What's up, Minnesota? This is JC Campbell from Latin Evolution Radio, round one here. You know what I mean? Welcome everybody right now. Thank you everybody who's tuning in right now. I know you guys have been waiting for this interview for a long, long time. And I got somebody really special with me right now, Angel Ramirez. Guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna be an epic show. I'm telling you, I've been looking for this guy for a long, long time. Finally, I know he's extremely busy. You know what I mean? Doing a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, as soon as you hear this story, it's gonna blow your mind away. You cannot miss this interview. It's going to be amazing. You know, I want to thank everybody who support our show, too. You know what I mean? Everybody from, I know somebody called us today from Miami. You know, I know some people from Wisconsin. You know, thanks everybody who's tuning in and sharing the show and sharing Latin Evolution Radio. Guys, download your app right now. Download it right away. I'm telling you, we got some crazy stuff coming for this summer, and I know you need to be connected. Guys, let me welcome the star of the show tonight, my dear friend Angel Ramirez. Señores y señoras, in round one. Angel, what's happening, brother?
How's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Doing good, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming here, man. I really appreciate that. I know you're really, really busy. Is that right?
Yeah. Thanks for having me out here today, man.
I appreciate that. I feel humbled to have you here with me, man. I'm telling you, it's an honor to have you, man. I'm telling you, I've been following your process, man. Your path, and it's marvelous, man. You know how much you are growing these few years. You know your career. You know the people that work for you. The people, your friends, you know, your family, the growing that you have, man, it's amazing. And I'm really like, as a Latino, man, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? How far you get, and you're going right now with all this stuff. But let's just start tonight. You know what I mean? Like, guys, thank you again. You know, tuning in right now. You know what I mean? Don't forget to we're gonna say shout out to all our friends right now who like right now they're getting connected here on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget that we're here in Latin Evolution Radio, the hottest radio in Minnesota. So. Angel, talk to me. So, you know, everybody want to know where Angel Ramirez come from. Where are you from? You know, I know you're Latino too. So, where are you from? You know, where your parents from? You know, you born here? Exactly. Talk to me about that.
I was born in Fresno, California, and my parents met in California. Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was born in Fresno, California, and my parents met in California, but my mom's originally from Michoacan, Mexico.
Oh, nice.
My dad's from Morelos. So that's their background. So I come from, I'm Mexican.
Nice. So you were in California, and then when did you decide to move to Minnesota?
We moved out here when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, pretty much close to the end of my, I think I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
And, went to college out here in Minnesota.
Nice. And when did all these passions start? Because, I know your parents own a restaurant. Is that right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hardworking people. You know what I mean? How many restaurants you guys own? Two. Yep. So you've been in the business since you're born.
Well, we actually just got into the restaurant business. We were, we've been in the DJ business since I was 11 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad used to be a DJ before me.
Is that right? Yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's cool.
So we've been doing that for a longer time than the restaurant. We've only been in the restaurant 3 years.
So you've been in the music business since a boy, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. So did he train you, or you just saw it? You used to go to the parties, or you used to just see you doing it and stuff like that, or?
I used to go with my dad to all his events. So, in California, where we at least grew up at, it was it wasn't really a lot of different kind of Latinos. It was just Mexicans. So
okay.
We did a lot of quinceañeras, a lot of weddings.
So a lot of like música regional.
Regional mexicano,
wow.
Banda, norteñas, corridos, cumbias sonideras. But my dad was actually known for being a good, well mixed DJ. So he was Mexican, but he would mix, merengue and all of that. So
merengue, bachata.
If anything, I picked up a lot from him from reading the crowd. So that served me, down the road when I started DJing my own private events. When we went to certain parties, I knew how to read the crowd since a young age. Certain, depending on the people that would be at the party, I knew how to, start a dance floor and how to fill up the dance floor, what music to put on and what music to take out. So, I learned a lot from him.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. And you do that. So then after that, your dad decided to do the business of the restaurants when you guys move over here, pretty much.
Yeah, like I said, the restaurants were fairly new. I mean, like I said, we only been in there 3 years, but music for DJing, we've been doing that for I can't even, if I was 11 when I started, and 32. So we've been doing it for a long time. So I continued doing private events. I would do weddings, quinceañeras myself here in Minnesota.
So
And
do you used to work with your dad's equipment? Did he send you to do the parties, or use your equipment by when you
no,
started?
they were actually supportive. Like they actually, me and my dad would go set up everything together. So it was something that we still got to do together. We'll go do the events, and he'll help me set up. And even till this day now, it's a little bit different. My dad's getting older. He's more tied into the restaurant. So when we go do events, I have a crew of people that go help me out. They help me set up my gear. And then when I'm done with the wedding and I have to leave to the nightclub, those same people tear down the gear and then they take it home. So
Cool.
yeah, so
So that was a nice experience to be with your dad, working in the same environment that you like. Is that right?
yep,
That's something that those memories will never end. Is that right?
yeah.
Such a nice experience talking about that. You know what I mean? So when do you decide to really like go full time with this? Because I know you start like it's part time. Is that right?
Um, I've been dedicating, DJing like pretty much all my life. So I've never, I never gave up on it. I think I became full time, if I can recall, when I was 23, and I'm 32 now. So
But this is your passion. When you were younger, do you say like, do you already thought like, you know what? I'm so passionate about music. I'm so passionate about DJing. Like I love the crowds. I love people because this is a music business, but it's a people business too.
yep,
Is that right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I've been in the industry for about 10 years full time, and I never looked back. I had a regular job just like everybody else, and when I started getting really busy where I was making more doing my side hustle, that's when I decided to let go of my day job, and I never looked back, and everything just went better from there. So it's been over 10 years and it's been a good experience.
And you don't want the experience. That's something that I want to talk about. In round one, we like to go deep. Something that I always say that I like to go deep in issues that what I mean. Like not everybody see. What I mean, everybody see the results that we're seeing right now. Being in, managing people right now. Being in the club, being like in rain that you're doing there too. Not only your own brand, Escape Now Life too. What I mean, like shout out to your brand too. But nobody see the process. I want to understand the process so everybody understand. Everybody who see our show can understand the process. How it's not that easy just to like oh, I'm gonna be a DJ and everybody's gonna come and see me. I want to understand the process. How Angel Ramirez worked his ass off to get where you are right now. I mean the tears. The walls that you had to front, giant that you had to confront. What I mean, and that passion that you still have behind you, so you can get where you are right now. Because there's a lot of new things that I know they're coming that I want to like touch base with that too.
Yeah.
So how do you, if you're a DJ, you have that passion. Where do you start? Where Angel Ramirez start? When was the like tipping point? We said, you know what, I really want to do this as a career. I really would like to do this with my family and part of my, with my team.
Yeah.
When do you start with that?
So like I said, when I was younger at 18, I was already, DJing at different nightclubs or at different, events, special events. And I transitioned a little bit I always did private parties. So there was always events every year that I always did, but I wanted to transition into a nightclub scene just because the music that I get to play at a nightclub was just, a lot more of the music that I listened to versus at the private events. I would just do, the traditional Mexican music, and I was always into hip hop and I was always into urban music. So I wanted to tap into both worlds. And, when I got my, how can I say, how I got into this nightlife industry, it wasn't even, it was from DJing. It was from DJing, just to get my foot in the door. I did all the clubs that nobody wanted to do. I did all the shitty nights that nobody wanted to do.
So what is a shitty night? Tell me about that.
And Monday night.
Monday night?
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody goes Monday night? Nobody want to do that?
I did this place called Trocaderos when I was in college, and it used to, now I think it's Muse or Moose.
Okay, yeah, music.
Yeah, yep. So that was Trocaderos back then. I reached out to the manager there. He gave me a Monday night, and I put it together with some of my college friends, and it was good. It was a success. It was good. And then I did a couple of other events on Wednesdays, on Tuesdays. And you learn a lot from there. Aside from being a DJ, putting an event together, there was events that 2 people showed up, and
Wow.
and it was just it was embarrassing, or like, what are we doing?
So what do you do when you have 2 people coming? I mean, and you expect a lot more people.
You just keep playing music, and you just keep going forward. If that event wasn't successful, you go back to the drawing board and figure
So
something out.
so in other words, as a DJ live, hashtag DJ live, you always have to have the positive attitude. Is that right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you need to spend a lot of hours. You know, you guys spend a lot of hours
Yeah,
trying to like bring people in. Is that right?
yeah. Well, yeah, for just in the art of DJing, you definitely, before anything, I put in a lot of hours of actually practicing my craft, like my mixing skills and putting music together. I used to do mixes live. I did the whole YouTube thing where some of my videos got like 100,000 views and
Wow.
in certain genres, but I never kept up with it after that. I had to start working. So yeah, for me in the beginning, it was really practicing my craft, trying to perfect it, and then try to get a following in Minnesota. That was the big thing right there.
What do you think about this crowd in Minnesota? Because I know it's different when you go to Miami, like to California. You know what I mean? Who's like the crowds are different. How do you see the crowd here in Minnesota? Like I know it costs you a lot of tears to be here. Is that right? Like
Yeah. The crowd in Minnesota, I like it. It's very diverse. I mean, like I said, when I go back to California, it's back to the Regional Mexicano, which is here in Minnesota also. But I really like that diversity here. The crowd that we have at Rain, with our escape events, we have everything from Mexican to people from Ecuador, from Colombia, Puerto Rico, Dominicans. We have everything. So it's like a melting pot. So
and I know I seen the pictures, man. It's
yeah,
crazy, freaking busy.
yeah. We get
It's ridiculous,
yeah.
man. Friday nights, is that right?
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays. It's two different concepts, and people come out and support us. We don't claim to be 100% Latin music. Like, if you want to come dance salsa, bachata, and like merengue, this is not the place to come to. I put something together that is stuff that I like. So it's heavy on reggaeton, it's heavy on dembow. We play a lot of hip hop, and we play EDM music, and I sprinkle a little bit of cumbia sonideras in there,
Nice.
some bachata, and like every once in a while we'll throw in like one salsa, but that's our style right there. And I do this kind of style, and then if people like it, those are the people that keep coming back to us.
That's
So
kind of cool.
everybody has their own crowd, and that's the crowd that we built.
And your crowds are going crazy, man. Because I was there. You invited me. I have the chance to be there after COVID. When you guys opened again, and it was like a big opening. And I know that was an invite only. I would really appreciate that. You invited me that. I went with Amanda too. Now they said Amanda too. I want to say, shout out to Amanda from Tiny Heart Studios, man. Tiny Heart Studios, the best pictures. I know. I need to send thumbs up to Chela too,
Yep.
who is one of our partners too. Amazing photographer. Chela. I know you're watching that tonight. I want to say, thumbs up to you. Everything. And Amanda to Tiny Heart Studios. But so going back to what I was telling you, it's like I know that was an invite only, and it was crazy. The music that you guys played, man, was so connected. Everybody was dancing. I remember since the get up to the end, everybody was on their feet, and it's crazy the energy that you guys put on it. And I want to go through that too. So I know. So do you like to be in the front? Or you like to be behind the scenes now?
I'm actually more behind the scenes. I don't like being on the spotlight or anything. I like doing everything behind the scenes, putting everything together and watch it just come out.
But that's just your personality, or is because you like to be like a Dr. Dre style?
No, that's my personality.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm an introvert. So
okay.
That's my style.
An introvert, the DJ.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Like cool. I'm in the hospitality business. I'm not the kind of guy that you'll meet out there and I'll just walk up to strangers and talk to them. But if you do get to meet me and, we do talk, you're going to, we're going to have a connection, we build friendships, and that's how I build relationships.
That's nice. No, and one of the things too that I noticed too, that in the Rain too, you guys have a lot of important people coming to, a lot of famous people coming to your nights too. And it's crazy, man. Like, so how do you do that? How do you make people like you in a lot of ways? I know you have a lot of people working under you too. Like, you have a lot of promoters too. You told me like a lot of like video guys too. Tell me who really work under you in some ways.
Yeah.
Under your brand.
So under my escape brand, I mean, I don't really consider them working under me. They're part of my team.
Your team, yes.
Yeah. So I never see them below me. I have, there's, I have a couple of DJs that work with me. They've been there since day one.
Would you call it your family in some way?
Yeah. So, I got DJ Fabulous that he actually opened up his doors to me, 10 years, I don't know, like 8 years ago at Aqua. So that's, when I got my big shot out there in Aqua, he brought me in with him to do the Latin music. And, I think so many years later, we're still working together,
wow.
So it's a nice thing. And then we got our guy, DJ Murcia. I met him, I think, when we were at Mansion, and, he's an up and coming DJ. And, I saw that, he's a hustler and he's willing to learn. And, you know, if we had to do certain things, he would do all the little things that nobody would think of. If there was a cable that I didn't have, he ran out and go get it for me. So I knew I had to make him part of the team, you know. So everybody that's in my team is, you know, the DJs. They've been the same DJs all the time. People ask me, you know, if they can ever come DJ with us, and you know, I already have my team set up. There's special events that, you know, occasionally that we do that, but those are my main guys that I trust. You know, if I'm not there when I'm doing a private event, I know that, like the day you went for the invite only, I didn't get there till like 12:30.
Oh, I remember seeing you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was at a private event. I was at a wedding, so I still have that business, and I showed up, and I knew they were gonna hold it down.
Yeah.
And then I got my promoters. You know, I got, you know, Louis. He's here right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, come on, Louis, man.
So
I saw Louis this last Sunday, man. We were in a concert together, man.
Yeah.
Such a blast, man.
So,
I'm telling you, man.
you know, I have him, and you know, he's definitely a young kid. You know, so I'm trying to shape him up. You know,
oh man, he's the best. He's gonna be. He's a tiger, man. He's a tiger. He's a tiger, Louis.
Trying to mentor him, you know, so he can have, you know, a bright future in this too. And I told him the hospitality business is definitely tough. So, you know, stick around and you'll see how it gets. And, you know, we got Tassi too. You know, Tassi, he's a good young kid, you know, and he knows a lot of people also. So not only do I have my DJs that have been with me since day one, but I'm adding people to the team as we go. You know, I got Lux too. You know, Luis. Yes. Did you meet him before or no?
I never had a chance to meet him, but I saw his clothes.
Yeah, he has a dope clothing brand, and
and I love his clothes. You know, I know Louis was using one of the sweaters that day. You know, a hoodie that day. And I told him that I love that sweater. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love hoodies myself, so I know that was a nice brand too.
Yeah. So you know
so he's part of your team too.
Yeah, they're all part of the team. You know, my wife's part of my team. You know, her giving me that support. You know, supporting with my vision with what I do, and a lot of people don't get that.
Let's talk about this. So really important. You know what I mean? How is important? You know what I mean? Like your wife in this business, because I know you have a big support as far as her too.
When I have to hire good photographers, I can give her a call, you know. So
she's gonna be there for you.
She's gonna be there at the grand opening, taking pictures.
That's nice, man.
You know, and I appreciate all that she does for me. And like I said, it's not just about her just taking the photos, but her supporting me and my vision, and you know.
And you have that's your cousin Martin, your cousin.
That's my brother.
Your brother.
My little brother Martin also.
He's an amazing photographer too, man. I'm telling you, I follow him on Instagram and have a chance to meet him in the restaurant stuff. That's some amazing stuff there. So you really have a really talented family, man. I have to admit that. You know what I mean? That's what I say. I really feel humbled to be, you to be here with me. You know what I mean? And have your story, man. I want to hear the story, like, one on one. Yep. Tell me about that.
And like I said, big shout out to my wife and then to all the people on my team. But it's just not to make these nights successful. It's not just about our team. Everybody has to work together. And that's when it comes to the side of the venue too, like the ownership with Rain, from everything from the owners to the management, to the barbacks, to the security.
Because they have to trust you, is that right?
Yeah, we have a great relationship that we built together. It's a great partnership. I got to give them a big shout out to be able to put this vision together. It had to be a team effort, and we work hand in hand every day. It's a really good relationship, and things are just going to get bigger from here. So when people see our nights, it's not just one person that's responsible for it. Everybody has a little part to do with it, and I can't take full credit for it. So, I give everybody their props for, doing what they have to do.
And I know you guys are going to open a new one too in Banquet. That's kind of secret too right now. It's coming really. I was looking at that videos that you showed me. Amazing lights, amazing environment. This is going to be a boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be the boom of the summer. You know what I mean? The spring pretty much, because, it's coming right now.
Yep. We made some announcements that it's coming this spring. I can't release the date yet, but just, it's going to be in April. We might do the announcement on Monday, but it's coming soon. So, we're going to invite all of you guys here at Latin,
Nice, man. I appreciate that, man. You're doing that, man. I know we're coming, man. I know. So, guys, remember, too, you have to go and go visit Banquets too. If you haven't go to Rain, you have to come to Rain Friday. Friday nights is upstairs. Is that right?
Friday nights is upstairs.
And Saturdays is downstairs too. Like I couldn't do Friday night, so I went the Saturday. And I'm telling you, even with Saturday, it was extremely packed and crazy. And I'm telling you guys, you have to come to Rain. It's a hot club in town. I'm telling you, it's the hottest club in town. Is that right? Just to say the truth.
Yeah. I'm confident to say that it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're really confident to say this is the hottest club in town. I'm telling you, he's the envy of everybody in town. I'm telling you, and you had to come to Escape Nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To see how the passion and the energy, the full team of Angel, is working. You know what I mean? And give you the full vibe that you really want received. Especially for the weekend. If you have friends out of town, bring them to Rain. I know you're gonna have a really good time. Guys, don't forget to download the app too. Right now, you are connected with Latin Evolution Radio, and right now I'm gonna give shout out to the Delgado Team Realty too. Like if you're looking for a house, I know you have a house already,
Yep.
but if you're looking for a house, you have to call the Delgado Realty Team. I'm telling you, this is the hottest team in town, guys. You can call them at 612-578-9762. And guys, right now we're here with Angel Ramirez. Angel, talk to me a little bit more about. I want to tell you something too. So where's the passion start for you? Where did fire start for you to do this kind of business? You know what I mean? Where everything start? Like the drive that you have.
Well, I mean, one of the things I do is DJing, but I really like the arts. I'm a creator, and when I wasn't doing nightclubs, my wife and I did a lot of private events. She has her photography business, and I used to do. I mean, I still have a couple events left. I do video, so I did video for over 13 years. So that was one of my other passions that I have. So when you see videos on our escape pages, my team helps me record it, and I have other videographers too, and sometimes it's my guys Tassi and Luis, and they record for me, but I still do all the editing, I still do all the Photoshop, I still do all the final cuts, and I put all the music together. I love doing flyers and animations and promotions, marketing.
So the guy who does the flyer for you is you or
Yeah,
somebody?
I do it all.
Man, that's right nice,
Yeah,
man. I like
yeah.
your work, man. You know what I mean? Like I like a lot of I do a lot of work to myself too. In fact, I did one of our flyers too.
Mhm.
You and that table, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But I love your flyers, man. They're really sharp. You know what I mean? They're always like, like this
Yeah.
is what you're gonna expect. I think that's what
Yeah.
you're trying to pursue. Is that right?
Yeah. We like to keep them clean, and we're also doing animations with them. So that's another thing that I learned is how to do animations. And I mean, what keeps me, I guess like you said, what keeps me going is being a student, remaining a student of the game, always learn something new, and learn from your mistakes, and just being consistent. And my family keeps me, my passion going, and just everything.
And you got two kids too. Is that right?
Yep, I got two kids.
Yeah, I met him before too. Like really, really sharp kids too.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I want to tell you to, I want to ask you too. You know what I mean? As Angel Ramirez, as a business owner in some ways too. You know what I mean? It's like always been the business. What is the biggest challenge for you?
Trying to balance my life, just time wise. There's only so much 24 hours in a day. Like I said, during the week I handle, administration stuff for the family restaurants, Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursdays, through Sunday, I have time to spend with my family, and I have, it's the nightlife too. So there's a lot of time to dedicate. My biggest struggle is, my sleep cycle. So it's not perfect. There's days that I'm up till 5 in the morning. There's days that I'm up till 3. I mean, and I just kind of got used to it already.
I know,
so.
man. You text me the other day at like 2:45, and I
Yeah.
was like, I wake up like around 4:30. So I was
Yeah.
like, I saw you text. I was like, whoa, that was good.
So I guess
It was perfect timing,
that's been my biggest challenge, trying to find a good balance. It's just hard to find it when you have so much going on. I'm still trying to figure that out to this day. I haven't figured it out.
Angel, I mean, now that everybody see you as a, like, I know you're pretty humble, man,
Mhm.
but it's a big shot, man. I know. What is the secret of success as a young entrepreneur? Because you're an entrepreneur in some ways.
Yeah.
You're Latino, you know what I mean? You come from humble beginnings. What do you think it is? You know what I mean? I know I have last week one of the Cali boys here, you know what I mean? Like, he's with one of your friends too, you know what I mean? I love it too, you know what I mean? I got his sister right here, right now with me here too, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna shout out to him too, Brandon Lee.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And he told me dude last week. He was like, consistency. He says that's why I asked him the same question. He's like, you know what, JC? It's all about consistency. It's all about believing in God. You know what I mean? And continue moving forward. What as an Angel Ramirez, what is the secret of success for Angel Ramirez? Because I know everybody have a different secrets. What would be for you?
So being consistent is one of them. Always staying humble. Always work. Give it 100. If you're gonna do something, don't half-ass it. Just go all the way. Always remain a student of the game, and never give up, and just work harder than everybody else. When everybody's sleeping, just keep working.
That's nice, man. I like that. I love that passion that you do, man. At the same time, you know, what I mean, like Angel. Now being in Minnesota, you know, this the music business is changing so much. You know, like the music regional mexicana is mixing with reggaeton now. The reggaeton is mixing with bachata. You know, it's a freaking mix all over. You know, where do you see the Latino music? Where do you see the changes? Where are we going with all this music now? For example, Bad Bunny is singing in Japan, China, all over.
Yep.
You see guys that they never thought they were gonna be in Europe, you know, singing and doing like a, you know, what I mean, a crossover. You know, you've been in the music business for a long time. Where do you see us going now with all this new music and the new talent that is coming out? You know, those Oruguitas, you know, the Oscars, you know, what I mean, big things coming from the Latinos. What do you see us now as a Latino and as a musician, you know, too, as a DJ, you know, what do you see us going?
I mean, it's definitely becoming more mainstream, but my main focus right now is in the Latin urban music. And I know it's become pretty mainstream because the crowd, at least the people that we play for, is just not Latinos. We get a good crossover in there. So, definitely reggaeton is one of the ways it's going. Bad Bunny's killing it right there.
And you were with Bunny too, like a few weeks ago too.
Yeah, I went to, me and Diego went to the concert. That's one of my DJs.
Yeah.
We just went
That
out.
was in Chicago, though,
Yeah,
right?
it was in Chicago.
And I saw the picture, man. It was crazy busy, man.
Yeah, it was sold out.
It was sold out, man. It's crazy how many people follow him, man.
Yeah, I think it was 18,000 people, and it was actually his birthday that day too. So.
Man, he got so much haters, but he got 20% haters. He got like 80% people that follow him and love him, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? The passion of his music, is that right?
Yes. So, I mean, like, what I keep up with is, just you got to keep up with the trends. Right now, what we see trending when we're downloading our music, when you're a DJ, you have access to music pools, and what's hot is mainly right now, at least the market that I'm trying to, that I'm tapped into is reggaeton, is dembow. That's pretty much what's hot right now. You play Bad Bunny all night, people are gonna dance, or what else? I think that's it. That's the main. That's where I see it going right now.
And where do you see banquets going now? Because I know you've been doing in rain, Saturday and Sunday. Now, how do you see banquets now? How is it going to affect you guys? How is it going to because I know you guys are growing and you keep growing and growing and growing. I know you're going to have a lot more teams coming, a lot more promoters that you're going to need. Where this cap is coming? Where's the new thing coming? Where do you see the vision that you have? Because you're creating a little empire in some ways too with your full team.
So when it comes to Rain, we're still going to be at Rain on Friday nights. That's our Friday nights. It's called Escape Fridays. And, that's built up. That's going to be always on the main floor. And in the summer, we actually have an upper patio. And in the upper patio out there, there's food. You can do bottle service out there. The music's outside. There's also hookah available. So that's going to be our big Friday night. And our Saturday that we currently have right now is called Atrevata Saturdays, which is more focused on 100% Latin music. That's where we play everything from bachata, merengue, reggaeton, cumbia sonideras. And that night, that we built up, it's more of an underground vibe, at least there is at the vault. But now we're actually going to move that Saturday night that we built, and we're going to move to downtown Minneapolis, and it's going to be at Vanquish. So we're bringing a big Latin night to downtown. So
what's going to happen now in the vault?
The ownership, they're gonna put something else in there. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do yet, but
okay.
We made a decision that Vanquish is gonna be a good move for all of us, and we think that Latinos are gonna love what they're gonna see in downtown. There's nothing out there in downtown right now that's
so give me some clues of what's coming in the new Vanquish, because everybody want to hear that. Everybody, guys, I'm telling you right now, you have to connect with Andrew Ramirez and his full team. I'm telling you, the vibe that I've been there in those clubs. I'm telling you right now, and the energy, it's crazy. Let me tell you right now, Rosemary, what's up? What's going on, girl? Chayo Padilla, how you doing, girl? Thank you for following us here right now. Valentina Correa, how you doing, Valentina? Carmelito, what's going on? Just saying that to the people who's watching us, man. Katiuska, how you doing, girl? And everybody who's watching us. So tell me, give me some clues of what's going to happen right now in Vanquish.
So I can't go crazy details of how it's going to look or anything, but it's going to be a premium nightclub. Everything from the light show to the visuals to the sound system to the aesthetics to the VIP, everything. It's going to be...
Who came out with the deal with the lights? Because I saw the lights, man. Those lights are like New York style, man. I'm telling you. I've been in clubs in New York. I live in New York before. I grew up in Miami Beach, and I saw the lights there. I remember going, I remember being in ballet parking in the shadow, that club in Miami Beach, downtown Miami Beach. And similar lights that you're bringing right now to Vanquish is there right now. You
Yes,
know.
so the owner, he's very good at putting things together. I work hand in hand with him, and he's a creator. He can visualize it, and
So he contacted you first, or you did the first
the
step?
it's the same people from Rain.
Okay,
It's the
right. I
same
didn't
people
know
from
that.
Rain. So we
Okay.
already have that relationship. We're doing it now at Vanquish, and we're in there working, hand in hand. And we brought in a light designer. We've been there the last couple of nights just designing, and we give the designer our vision of what we want for movements and for effects, and it's coming together really nice.
No, I
So
saw the lights, man. They look amazing,
yeah,
man. I know, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I know that that's going to be a huge new buy for everybody in Minneapolis, too. I mean,
yeah.
especially now, the summer is coming, what I mean? Like, well, how many people can you put inside the club?
Uh, it's gonna be big.
It's going to be bigger than Rain, or similar crowd, like
It's gonna be different.
different.
Rain has a patio, 2-level patio, and it has a amazing inside. The colors are everything's gonna be different. So people aren't gonna choose, do I want to go to Rain or do I want to go to Vanquish? It's gonna be a movement. Friday nights, people go to Rain. The Latinos all go to Rain on Friday nights, and the movement now is gonna be Latinos go to Vanquish on Saturday nights.
Yeah,
Because the quality, the production, the service is all still going to be there. Our escape brand, our escape parties, we're just moving to a different venue, and it's going to be crazy.
that's nice, man. That's
Mhm,
nice. No, I love that. I'm telling you right now, man. One of the things that I look for Rain was the connection that you immediately have with the music.
mhm.
Something that I've been in other clubs and stuff like that, and it takes a little bit of time to to get the music. I mean, the DJ start like still aligning everything together. But when I was in Rain the first time, I'm telling you, even I told my wife too, I was like, man, it connects me right away.
Mhm.
What I mean? I didn't wait for like get connected. It's just the connection was so fast, and I think that's something that it takes for time when you practice your,
Yeah.
what I mean, your what you say, I mean, your tools. Is that right?
Yeah. No, so the DJs that I have, Fabulous and Murcia, they stay current with the music. Not only do we play what's new, we also play a lot of classics. And we have a certain style that we put together, and the main core of the crowd that we get there like it. And there's always somebody that goes there that don't like it.
So do you manage to what they're gonna play every night? Like for example, like they tell you like, do you practice as far as like, guys, this week we're gonna do this, next week we're gonna do that, or you just let them create their own thing
Yeah.
and you just go behind the scenes? How do you normally you run your teams as far as like the DJs and
So
stuff like that?
we talk about the concept, the format of the music,
Every
but
month or every like quarter or stuff like that?
every day on the phone, we
Okay.
talk, but we have a format to follow, and they have the creative freedom to put the mixes together however they like. If we need to change something up, on the fly, I usually text them or I'll go up to them. And it's not because they're not doing a good job, it's because maybe there's a high profile person there that really wants to hear a certain song, and we just got to adapt as we go. So
And what do you call a high profile person? Like a famous person?
yeah, we get famous people
Nice.
at Rain.
Who,
We get
Give me some
athletes.
names of famous people. Give me some
Yeah.
names, man. People want to hear about that. Give me some names. Who's lately, like the last, I mean, the last year, who was there in the rain?
A lot of people don't like their names being thrown out there, but there's been a lot of famous people, boxers, everything.
Nice,
So
nice, nice. Some
um,
Hollywood stars, stuff like that.
yeah, like
I know some boxers came to you.
yeah,
Basketball players too.
yeah. So yeah, basketball, soccer, Minnesota, everybody comes to Rain.
That's nice,
Where
man.
all the athletes party, so it's
That's
crazy.
that. What I mean. That's what the party's on. No,
Yeah,
it's all right, man. I'm telling you, man. Man, I'm telling you, Angel, man. It's what I mean. I feel really humbled to have you on my show, man. I'm telling you, like, because I tell a lot of my friends, man, I'm gonna have Angel Ramirez, and I've been asking Angel Ramirez to come for my show for a long time, and I know you were telling me, man, I want to come, but I'm really busy, and I know now I can see and I can hear you from your own mouth how
hmm
busy you are,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Between how do you do it with doing the family, the business, the friends, mom and pop? How do you handle all that stuff? There's a lot of. Do you feel? Do you ever have a time for yourself?
Yeah, so it's an everyday battle, like I mentioned. I'm trying to get better at it,
Mhm.
but when you have a passion, you put a lot of focus into it. But I try to balance it out. There's days, I dedicate Sundays to my family. I don't work on Sundays. I try not to. So that's my family
So
day.
do you phone off Sundays or not really?
It's not really off because I don't even have a personal and it's separate. My personal phone is my business phone, but for the most part, I don't pay attention to it too much on Sunday. And Thursdays too. I just got back from the museum. Science, I think, children's museum with my kids earlier today. So there's I try to balance it out. During the week, Monday through Wednesday, I'm at the restaurant. There's days that my parents are there and I see them, and my wife's. We're building our studio next door to the restaurant, so I can literally walk
Yeah,
next
man, it's a
door.
lot of work too,
Yeah,
man. I was looking at it
we're
too,
still
man.
building it now. It should be ready within the next month. So she's in there now in her office, and I can easily walk over. So that's one thing that we had to do to put together for me. I can walk to one side of the building, and she's just like here. You can walk to the other side,
Yeah,
and she's there with
nice.
our kids because our kids are homeschooled. So I think that's what helps. So
Yeah, that's
um,
a blessing to have everybody at home too. I mean,
yeah,
when you come home and everybody's there,
yeah.
I mean, when especially when you homeschool.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, like it's an everyday battle. I try to do my best to make time, and like for the same thing, with my other family, I try to make time. Boxing is one of the things that me and my brothers watch together, and
Nice.
right now, ever
Are
s-
you really close with your brothers?
yeah, yeah,
Do you have brothers and sisters or just brothers?
I have one sister and two brothers.
They all live here in Minnesota.
They all live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So the holidays we try to spend time together, but being an entrepreneur and doing different things in business is very hard to just it's not traditional. What we do every day, we make a lot of sacrifices. Even with me going back to the nightlife, when I went back, because I don't know if you knew, during the pandemic, I took a whole year off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I took a whole year off when everybody else
So
was
that
still
was your
working.
sabbatical, pretty much.
So when you went to the invite only party,
Yes.
that was my first event back. Well, my second one, because the Friday was the first one.
Yeah.
I took a whole year off with the whole mask rules and everything. It was kind of a reset, and it was like a blessing in disguise because I actually got to spend a lot of time with my family. I actually finally got to spend New Year's with my wife and kids, which might not in our living room, which doesn't sound like crazy for a lot of people because you know I never get any of those days. For the last 10 years, I've never done that. So, I appreciate it when that COVID thing happened. But yeah, the nightlife business, I let it go for one whole year.
Inge, one of the things I want to ask you too. Do you see yourself owning your own club in the future,
I mean, it really depends.
or just a different kind of brands as far as like
You know,
Escape Night, Escape Night Life and stuff like that?
that's our brand right there, and we're working with the same people right now. I'm learning a lot in that part of the business, from the owner. So there's things that we are business owners in different, parts of the game. So I know a lot about, everything from, doing payroll, taxes, all of that. So, you know, I'm still young right now. I'm still learning.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
this is my grind time right now,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So, I mean, owning a club maybe in the future is a possibility, but,
Would you like to own one, or you just like, or you think it's a lot more, or just something that you is not really in your plans?
I mean, being in a restaurant business, I already kind of know how it is. It looks stressful, from everything from the staffing that you have, the security that you have to have, everything, the inventory. So it's pretty crazy, So I mean, it's something that I would probably be familiar with. I mean, we'll see down the road. I don't have a clear answer to that. I definitely want to put in a lot of work right now. Buy some more. Buy some real estate. Do some investments, and make money off of that, so I can spend more time with my family. So
That's nice.
yeah, so
So what's new for Angel Ramirez for the future? I know the banquet is kind of something that it's just around the corner.
Mhm.
What's new for this year? What's the plans to finish this year, and the new things that are coming as far as your team and everybody who work around you.
So for my business with my wife, we're building our studio right now, so it's almost complete. We just have a couple of other things to finish, but that's going to be done by, I think, next month. We should be ready. So I gotta start putting the marketing campaign and all of that together. So that's one thing that I'm doing. I'm finishing up. My last wedding video that I have to do is in October. So after that wedding video, I'm retiring from doing wedding videos.
Is that right?
Yeah, I did it for 13 years.
Wow, 13 years. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I mean, I enjoyed it. It's just too much work. I have over 100 nightlife events a year.
But that's not really, you love to do the wedding, but that's not really your passion. Is that right?
Videos, I mean, like I like doing videos, but it's just doing the weddings for me, and trying to balance the nightlife. If I put them together side by side, I prefer to do videos at the nightlife and put cool visuals with like music that I like. The
Nice.
wedding, when I do the videos, I give it everything. I put the couple story together, how I saw it that day. So a little 3-minute video that people watch can take me 8 hours to edit.
Oh, I
And
imagine that, of
there's a
course, yeah.
lot of work put in, coloring, editing.
Those are the things that people don't see sometimes. I seen Amanda like working. Your wife too, Chella, man. I mean, amazing work that both of the girls do. I mean, I'm telling you, and people don't see the time that you have to put behind it. It's not just take a picture or film a video. I mean, it's the time that you put and the effort that goes like 12 hours, 15 hours for one picture sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, because you want to review it again and again
Yeah.
and again. Is that
It's
right?
the pre-production, the day of the shoot, and then you have the post-production. And then if you start, I used to do 20 weddings a year or 30, and then just stack up. And I was still doing DJing and nightlife. And so right now I'm just focusing right now with, we're trying to finish our studio, and we're working on Vanquish right now. That should be ready, like I said, this month. And I'm gonna finish up my videos in October. I still do private events, and I'm still gonna offer it because I do DJ for private events. So if anybody's trying to get married and want to hire me, I do about 10 events a year.
So now that you say that, where do we find Andrew Ramirez for my private events,
Uh,
private parties, private events, anything that I want?
I think you can go. I think I still have the website's DJ Angel Ramirez MPLS.com, and you can hire me for your private event. I only do 10 a year, and I already have 7. And
Not
for and,
wow.
and for me, that's, for some people that just do that, mobile events, that's nothing. But for me, they already have 100 nightlife events, and then I still have to do 10 weddings. It's a lot of work, man. So
I imagine
I don't
that.
I don't want to get rid of it because it's something that I built, since I was a kid, and people, pay me really good money to be a wedding DJ. So, I still enjoy it, and I just find couples that I can vibe with and like the same music that I like, so
Nice.
once we make that connection, if they think I'm the right fit for them, then those are the weddings that I usually do, and I have a great time doing them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool and pretty amazing the work that you do, man. I'm telling you, and manages the whole thing, man, between
Mhm.
the studio and the weddings and everything. I'm telling you, it's when I saw your story, when I tell my friends about your story, how busy you are and how workaholic, because it's always you're a workaholic too. What I
Yeah.
mean? You like to work, you like to promote, you like to do your business, man. It's a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, comes with that and a lot of sacrifices that you have to do too. But at the same time, like for example, last year, like you said, you took that full sabbatical. It was a blessing too. But that's something that I wanna tell our viewers and stuff like that. It's like you can definitely do it. You can definitely live your dreams if you really put the passion. Don't you think that?
Yeah, so if anybody's trying to pursue anything they're doing, I mean, it doesn't have to be a Latino, it could be anybody, but whatever you're trying to pursue, get really good at it. Don't worry about the money. The money will come later on eventually. Just focus on becoming really good at what you do, like becoming an expert, and everything else will fall into place. Like I said, being consistent, working hard, learning from your mistakes, and educate yourself too. And if you can't educate yourself and go buy books or learn, hire mentors, and learn from others.
So do you read a lot too?
Yeah, I read a lot.
Well, what's one of the last books that you or one of the few books that you read that really impact your life?
The one of the last books that I've read wasn't as, it's not like a book you can go buy in Barnes and Nobles, but it was about social media ad campaigns. So I'm really into, I do a lot of ads for a lot of people. It's behind the scenes. I can't even say their names, but I run ads for a lot of businesses and social media, and I can get them leads for whatever they want on their businesses. Everything from restaurants to photographers to real estate agents, anything, you name it. You tell me what your goal is, and I put it together. And we put it out in the market. We find your demographic. You find everything. I know how to put it together. So that's one of the last books that I read. I kind of knew how to do it already, the basics,
Hmm.
but I wanted to become really good at it, and I've had a lot of success with it.
And I know you're what I mean, like I remember talking to you too about the taxes too. What I mean, like you recommend me like great and amazing tax company too, man. I'm telling you, you have learned everything in the
Yeah.
business business. Is that right? You have to be so sharp
Yes.
in everything that you do. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to know what you're doing, and if you want to dedicate yourself to a passion that's not a typical 9 to 5 job, how are you going to show, when you're going to go apply for a house, we're going to go buy a car, how are you going to show your income? So you have to have your accounting, down. You have to pay your taxes, so for us, that was a big thing for us. We had to get an accountant, and we're doing everything right by the book. And so it's just something that it's just part of life. You have to learn as you go. And if you find a mentor early on in your life, it's better for you. you know me and my wife, we learned, as we went. We started really young in the video and photography business. We charged our first event, and we just went with it, and we learned as we went. So we've been doing it over 13 years.
No,
So
and I love
yeah.
the energy that you guys have. I'm telling you, man.
Hmm.
Talking with your wife and stuff like that too. Every time that she calls us and we talk to her, it's about different things. So it's hard when I mean, you need to have the partnership too. That team. That team that can think like you too.
Hmm.
Especially when you're in the in this kind of like photography business. I mean, any kind of business. That you're related. You need to have a good partner too, as far as like I mean, like I mean, I always say the iron sharp with iron, and it's good when I hear say like what, like this is what we can do. We
Yeah.
can to succeed.
Yeah.
What I mean, man. I'm telling you, I love the idea of your team, man. I love the humbleness that you have. Something that a lot of people miss, man, in this kind of business. When you guys start getting more popular, start getting more famous. People miss that. People, get lost, get lost in the lights. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
right? Don't you think is that right?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of people that do that. I never focus on that. I see what other people do. But, if you ever, like I say, come on a Friday night, I do my, the pit tables are arriving, my clients, I go, check on them, see how they're doing at their tables. There's GA people that come through GA, I talk to them. And then you'll see me out of nowhere. You'll see me by myself, just looking at everything happening. I don't drink at the club. It's you can't last this long in the business and you're going to be drinking every weekend. not
Exactly.
not that I have
Yes.
not done it in the past. I started since I was 18, so I had to learn a lot. But at this point in my career, you have to be sharp. You have to know what you're doing. You have to make sure everybody else is having a good time, and so they can keep coming back every week. You got to treat everybody really good.
Nice, man. That's
Hmm.
awesome, man. Angel, man. Man, it was a blast to have you in my show, man. I'm telling you, man. It's a blessing for me.
Hmm.
To learn from your experience, man. That passion that you put in every single thing that you do. And I'm telling you, man. It's like I've been following your path. Even though probably you don't see me follow you. I'm being stalker, looking at your stuff and stuff like that. And seeing the passion that you put in everything, man. And that's really one of the reasons why I want to bring you to my show. So you can tell everybody, there's an opportunity out there. Follow your passion, follow your dreams. If you put the hard work, definitely you can get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's something that I'm really proud of you. And I
Yeah.
say you
Yeah.
as a friend right now. I'm proud of
Yes.
you because I know younger generations are watching you right now, and they want to be like Angel Ramirez. They
Hmm.
want to be, I want to be like the guy who's playing in the DJ. I want to be the guy who owned that brand, or I want to be in your team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what about if I want to be on your team? What would the requirements to be on your team when you're growing? Because I know you're growing, you're gonna need
Yeah.
more people in different clubs that are coming. What would be the requirements to be in your team, and at least to start, to give him opportunity to you can look at him and say, oh, come on, let me take a look at it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and see if you're ready for this. There was a lot of sacrifices in that too.
It is always going to start as an internship, so
Hmm.
we're looking for people, that like to party, like to be social, because that's what we look for, and that work hard, that are hustlers. And it all starts as an internship. First we make them do all the stuff that I grew up doing, if that means going out to the cars, putting flyers on people's cars, putting posters at all the Latino businesses, if they're willing
I
to.
have done that, man.
Yeah.
So I can prepare. Probably I can be part of your team.
If you're willing to go pass out flyers at the mall, go pass out tickets, if you're willing to do that, because some people are too shy to do that, so.
Man, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you a story, man. My buddy in Florida, he started. Well, he was pretty common. I mean, he have a cleaning business, man, and he decided. My buddy Ernesto Agas, man, for he own a car dealership now, which is such a blessing now. But he started, man, cleaning houses, man, when he started a long time ago. And he was afraid, we needed a customer, so I came to work for him. He said, "Listen, man, you can work for me, but we need to find some clients." And I said, like, you know what? Let's make some flyers, and I'm gonna give them away. So I mean, I was pretty new in the neighborhood, so I jumped the neighborhood, man. Because they was to be like closed neighborhoods, and I used to put him in. I didn't know that was illegal,
Yeah.
but I opened every single mailboxes, and I was putting like every single thing inside there. Then later on, they told me it was illegal, man.
Yeah.
I could be people put in jail. But man, we had so much business after that, man. I feel like I'm not lying to you, probably like 2,000, flyers, man. And we got so much business that Christmas. I mean, and he had to hire me, man. I worked for him for like 7 months and stuff like that, and it was a blessing, man. But I know how hard it is to be, to do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
to pay the price of
And
that.
that's just being a part of a street
Hmm.
team. And then something with being in the social media, share the flyer, share the videos, share the photos, on stories, share them on your Instagram, share them on your Facebook. Um, tag people on them. That we do that every week, every day, staying consistent with it, and that's part of the requirements that they have to do. When people, I put all that stuff out on my social medias, because that's what we do. Some people get annoyed that we send flyers and we tag them, but I mean, it's nothing personal. Like, if they don't want to be tagged anymore, they can definitely unfriend us. But that's just part of the game. It's always has to be in your face, and
Exactly. Yeah. Of
and that's
course.
that's the street team style. We still pay for ads. We come out on Facebook ads, we come out on Instagram ads, we come out on Google, everywhere. So we do both sides. As long as you see the brand in the nights everywhere you go, that's the main key right there.
No, I mean, and I love your brand, man. I
Mhm.
love you guys always, I mean, people's faces and stuff like to remind me how good it's gonna be, to remind me, I mean, like, just give us a chance, and we will prove you that we are good for you.
Mhm.
I mean, for any, I mean, you can be any size, you can be any age, I mean, of course, older than 21, I mean, to
Yeah.
drink, I mean, but I mean, you can be there. You guys want to make sure you guys party good, make sure you guys have a really good time
Yeah.
when the heat is on in your house. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
No, Angel, I'm telling you, man, I really feel humbled to have you me in my show, man. I mean, I know you're gonna be running here. Are you gonna be working tonight or not really?
No, not tonight.
Today's your day off, pretty much.
Yeah, I was hanging out with the family earlier, and then now I just go home after this and get to relax.
Nice, nice. And
So,
tomorrow we will see you in
uh,
rain again.
yes, yes.
Rain again.
Yep.
It will be upstairs. Is that right?
Upstairs on Friday and Saturdays downstairs.
Right
Like
upstairs.
like I
Yeah.
said, you need to come check out upstairs too. There's two different vibes.
No, I definitely I need to come upstairs because I went that the time that I came with that invite only, I was downstairs and
Mhm.
and I still have a good time,
Oh yeah,
man.
it's definitely a
I
good
still
time.
have a really good time
Yeah.
downstairs. Everybody's telling me that upstairs is where all the crowd is, and it's a
Yeah.
lot more powerful house.
It's just bigger and it's a different experience. Downstairs is our underground. We're in the basement, but it's dark in there, and people love it. The style of music that we play, we still bring out like 400 people on a Saturday night.
That's crazy, man.
And for
400 people.
for the size that it is down there, it looks amazing. People have a great time. Friday nights is the big bright lights. Like if you're in Vegas, big light show, big lasers, everything. So that's what I'm saying. You need to go experience a Friday night, and especially when we bring the patio back, you'll be able to go from the premium inside to the patio outside, back and forth. So
That's nice.
it's definitely a night to come check out.
Yeah, definitely. But guys, you need to come and check it out. I'm telling you, you need to come to Rain, I mean, Friday and Saturdays. And I know Banquet is coming soon. So I will definitely, Angel's going to send me the invite only. And I'm going to send you the invitation too for all you guys to come after that. You know what I mean? I know
Yep. So
it's going to be
yeah.
crazy. You know what I mean? And everybody need to come to check it out. If you are from out of town, invite, you know what I mean? Come and see us too in Banquet and Rain too. And if you're from Minneapolis, I'm telling you, you have to. You come from everywhere. You need to come to the best club in town. Is that right, Angel?
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? Angel, thank you so much for being here in my show, man. I really appreciate that, man. I know we have a good time. Is that right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Everybody, who's connected with us too. Everybody, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people who's connected to us right now. Latin Evolution, man, this is your house, man. The doors are open for you at any time, for anything that you need from us. We're willing to help you, man. We wanna spread the good words. We wanna spread the good energy that you guys have too, man. And I wanna make sure you guys succeed and you guys go to the top, man.
Okay.
Angel, thank you so much for having guys. Thank you so much, and everybody for tuning in. This is JC Capper from Round One Latin Evolution Radio. See you next week, guys. Take care.